here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the other side of the semifinals. It is going to be trutaCz versus KenZy, game number 2 here on Python, with trutaCz having the 1-0 advantage, although unfortunately getting his drone a little bit stuck here. So trutaCz will be the blue Zerg at the 12 o'clock position, and his opponent KenZy will be the green Zerg at the 3 o'clock. This could be quite interesting because the Overlords will obviously scout each other super fast. So it's basically playing ZvZ with map hacks here. Gonna have total vision over your opponent for pretty much the entire game, or the entire early game, at least until the early, or sorry, early? At least until the Spire comes out. Sorry, I seem to be losing my mind a little bit. So what do we have? Presumably Overlord into something. Going, you know, seeing your opponent's Overlord so quickly, going into 9 pool seems like it might not be the wisest choice. Can you? I guess if you scout this early, you can just both 12 hatch, right? You can just both 12 hatch, both, you know, drone up until you get Hive, and play a Hive level ZvZ. Come on, guys, you know you want to. You know you want to do it, trutaCz. You know you want to do it, KenZy. Do not let me down here. Come on, 12 hatch. 12 hatch v 12 hatch, let's go. Oh. Second Overlord heading over now. It's 12. Something. Hatch. Hatch. Oh yeah. 12 hatch v 12 hatch. So the reason this happens in ZvZ is if you get such an early scout, off, basically you can always react to what your opponent is doing. So and by playing reactively with vision, you can get an advantage by being able to make, you know, 1 or 2 drones more than your opponent. So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like the reason that, you know, 12 pool, yeah, quote unquote, beats overpool, or 12 hatch beats 12 pool is the extra drone or 2. And also, like, if you get a scouting advantage, we actually saw this earlier today, where they both went 9 pool, but one player scouted the other player first, so he was able to go straight lair before speed, knowing his opponent also 9 pooled, camp the top of his ramp, and kind of just take a big advantage by, you know, just seeing everything his opponent was doing. And the thing here is that, you know, let's say if you see your opponent making lings, because of the travel distance, you have enough time to make lings reactively instead of, you know, proactively, which means you had 1 or 2 extra drones made that he made into Zerglings, and then you make, you know, enough Zerglings to defend, and then you're ahead. So that's why you can see, look at all the drones, no Zerglings made. 0 Zerglings in this ZvZ because they were close air positions on Python. This is actually incredibly interesting to me because, you know, modern maps don't have close air positions like this. There are no maps like in the ASL rotation where you can get this kind of scout off. It's only older maps like Python where this is even possible. So this is really not something that I have seen very often. Like, these are the first 2 lings on the map. This is actually insane. And the thing is, now KenZy, you see, these are the reactionary lings. The travel distance means as soon as he saw the lings come out, he could make 2 lings of his own, and they will come out in time to defend his drones. Now, he needs to actually control them, though. He needs to actually fight with them. But see, this is the thing. And then KenZy would have built a drone instead of these 2 lings from trutaCz, so would have had, you know, a very slight economic advantage. This, of course, is a very, very small one since it's just the 1 pair of lings. But having said that, trutaCz has made 4 more lings here. And KenZy, interestingly, instead of building lings in response, is actually going to build a sunken. So, oh my god, he's actually, oh my god, and actually trutaCz has speed finish. He's going to kill 1 drone here, 2 drones here. trutaCz might actually be completely making me look a fool, but I'm quite surprised by this. I'm quite surprised that KenZy is taking so much damage from these lings, given that he has complete vision of trutaCz's base. So KenZy loses, I think, 2 or 3 drones there in total so far. And now has 2 speedlings in his base. And KenZy does not have speed. What is the Spire timing like, though? The Spire timing is identical, which is very interesting. How did this actually happen? Did trutaCz take gas faster? I thought KenZy took his gas pretty fast there. How did trutaCz manage to sneak Zergling's speed without KenZy figuring out what was going on? Looks like trutaCz going to take down that one Zergling there. Now we have a Zergling attack at the front. Second Sunken though is being made. I like this position. Helps block Rumbuys and block the front here, and you know, really help defend if he's camping the ramp. But we are going to go up to air though. We are going up to air. A creep colony as well for trutaCz. Very interesting. trutaCz, despite being the Zergling aggressor, is making... Whoa! trutaCz going a bit ham here. Gets 1 drone in exchange for 5 Zerglings. Now, that is not the best exchange. But it could actually weirdly be to help free up supply, right, from Mutas. Like, I didn't actually notice what the supply there was, but basically he freed up 3 supply in Zerglings, which aren't the most useful when your opponent has 2 Sunkens. He killed a drone, and then he didn't, you know, maybe he didn't need to build another Overlord or something. So he was able to build a lot of a lot of Mutas. Now, trutaCz killed KenZy's first Overlord. I don't think KenZy's done the same, but KenZy coming out with 6 Mutas against, wow, 7. trutaCz has the advantage. KenZy keeps trying to kill the Overlord, but trutaCz with the Muta advantage. The bounce from the Glaive Worms kills the Overlord, but this bounce actually is advantageous for the defending player, and trutaCz with the massive win in the air, and GG straight away from KenZy. And just like that, the game is over. No Hive ZvZ. Bible thump.